SoccerBallz.co.za.
SoccerBallz with me, Comfort Keswa, Sean Wilson and Mark Fish. And on the line we have Brendan from Top Odds. How's it, Brendan?
How's it, Comfort? How are you?
Cool. Welcome again. Any bets that you want to point us at?
Yeah, guys, I mean, it's been a tough World Cup. Congratulations to the Germans, from Top Odds at least. And, yeah, the big league starts very, very soon. That's a nice thing about a World Cup year. I mean, you don't wait long for the European leagues to start. And, yeah, I think we should start off. There's no other place to start off but the English Premier League. And if I can direct you guys to the English Premier League to win outright, our bookies have betting up there. That's LM Bookmaker and World Sports Betting. And, yeah, it's actually very, very close. Both bookmakers, that's World Sports Betting and LM Bookmaker, have Chelsea up at favourites to win the Premier League this year at 18-10. Man City follows them at 2-1. And then Manchester United at 9-2. That's just under 5-1. And with, the signing of Van Gaal and a few guys, coming into that squad, that might be a little bit of value. I don't know what the guys think.
No, definitely. I think it'll be fantastic value. The reasoning for Chelsea being favourites is that just because I think if you look at Mourinho's history, every club he's been to, the second year he goes on to win the domestic league. Is that the reason behind it? Because, personally, I don't think, yes, Chelsea ran, Man City and Liverpool very close last season, but depending the signings and that, I wouldn't say, to me, you've got to say Man City are the favourites.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the bookies are betting that way because Mourinho has come out and said he'll win it this season. I think that's why they are slight favourites at 18-10. But there's not much in it. I mean, if you phone any of our bookies, WSB or LM Bookmaker, they'll probably stretch you 2-1 on Chelsea to win the title. So, yeah, Chelsea and Man City. I mean, Chelsea are slight favourites, but yeah, Man City to do it again are 2-1. I don't know how busy they've been in the transfer market. I don't know if they're going to be as busy as we expect them to be. But, from a betting point of view, I just look at the value. And I say Manchester United under Van Gaal at 9-2. That's just under 5-1. That just might be a little bit of value. I know that he's going to go out strong. I think he started on Wednesday officially. And, yeah, when the manager comes out and says he doesn't need a holiday and wants to get straight into it, you've got to be wary of what Man United can do. We saw how he structured that Dutch side, which had a lot of unknowns before this tournament, before the World Cup, and he got them all the way to the semis. So, yeah, it might just not be as easy as we think and be a two-horse race in terms of Chelsea and Man City.
No, definitely. I definitely think that United will be there. When Louis van Gaal comes with a pedigree second to none. He knows the game. He's certain to attract one or two of those Dutch players to Man United. What are the bookies saying about Liverpool? Do they think they can have the same sort of season they did last season, or are they sort of throwing them out of the race?
Yeah, well, if you have a look at Liverpool, LM Bookmaker showing Liverpool a little bit more respect than World Sports Betting. He's got Liverpool up at 7-1. World Sports Betting have Liverpool up at 9-1.
Yeah.
As a betting man, I wouldn't touch Liverpool this season. I think they're going to learn the hard way, being back in the Champions League. I know he signed players to increase that squad, but missing Luis Suarez, I don't think they're going to be the same side. And funny enough, Arsenal, who are making signings left, right, and centre for the first time in, I would say, 10 years, LM Bookmaker have them up at 8-1, and World Sports Betting have them up at 6-1. So you can see the difference with regard to who the bookies like with regard to Arsenal and Liverpool. I think Arsenal might just be a dark horse with the players they've signed. I think they've just secured Khedira now as well. They've signed Sanchez. So, yeah, it could be interesting.
The Khedira is a fantastic signing for them. But I'm looking now at Comfort has got the odds up there. I'm fancying to put my money on West Ham at 5,000-1.
Me too. I'm going West Brom.
Well, I'll tell you what, Neil last season liked a little bit of West Ham. And I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave him. Rather put the money in front of you on the table and set it on fire.
No, 100%.
At least you'll get some enjoyment out of it then.
So looking through those odds here, I mean, we've got the difference between Chelsea and City. I mean, 18-10 and 2-1. That's pretty. You got Chelsea as the favourites, but that's pretty much the same odds for me. You know? And so Man United, and then it decides if we're looking at kind of Champions League places, depends which bookies you look at. But everyone seems to agree that they want Chelsea, the favourites for Chelsea, City, and Man United in the top three. But that other fourth spot seems to be who you bet with, whether it be Liverpool or Arsenal. So bookies saying it'll be close between everyone this season, really.
So I think this is going to be one of the toughest seasons yet. I mean, David Moyes made it fairly easy, for the top four to finish in the top four. I don't think he ever put pressure on them, and I don't think Man United were ever going to run into the top four under him. So I think it just made it easier. Now, you throw that fifth side into the mix, and Tottenham maybe, will have a little bit of a run with the Southampton manager being appointed there. It's just so wide open, and I don't think I'd be taking 18-10 or 2-1 Man City or Chelsea, even though Mourinho is the special one and he's come out and said that he'll win it. I'll be looking for value, maybe Arsenal, maybe Man United, and I don't think Liverpool's in the race.
Yeah, and I think this time last season you would have seen a bit of action on Spurs, but probably not now.
Yeah, losing Gareth Bale, I don't think they've really recovered from that, and I don't think, they went and signed 7 players last season, and all 7 didn't really make much difference. So, you lose a massive player like that at a club like Tottenham, who are a selling club. They sold Modric, they sold Bale. A lot of guys have left there, and they seem to be happy to be 5th, 6th, 7th. I know under Redknapp they had a bit of a run, but they never really kicked on from that. And yeah, it's always going to be difficult for Tottenham with a top 4 ahead of you, and now Van Gaal in the mix. It's always going to be difficult.
Brendan, thanks again, bro. We'll chat again next week.
Pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Cheers. Bye.
Balls.co.za